folks. Uh, this time, the newest Scream, Scream 6, which I did a review of pretty much all the Scream films. I haven't done the third one yet. I do plan on it eventually. That's like my favorite one of the franchise. But yeah, Scream 6 is 2023, and it's directed by Radio Silence, the team behind the fifth Scream film and Southbound, or at least one of the segments, I believe, in that. They did a segment in VHS. They did the movie Ready or Not with Samara Weaving, who's in this at the beginning. So she's more of a cameo, if anything, but I mean, she wasn't bad for what she had to do. Yeah, this. Okay, so already seeing raving reviews on this, and oh, it's the most scariest Ghostface ever, and he's like the most savage, not savage, the most brutal, or what was it? Brutal, savage, terrifying. It's like not really. I mean, what do you call the other 5 films? Like what? What do you call the first film? What do you call the second film? What do you call the third and fourth? You know, the fifth one. And it again, like, they try to hype it up in the promos and or trailers of, oh, this is the most brutal. They don't say brutal, but that's the only word I can think of. They say another word that describes Ghostface in this. People are probably going to be pretty let down by the reveal of. Now, I will say the acting's pretty good from everybody. You know, we have the same 4 people from the 5th film, the survivors of the 4th film. Sam and Tara, Mindy and Chad, who, again, I understand the Chad character, like, he gets stabbed in the last film, he survives that, somehow, you know, whatever, but, and even here, like, with his character, I mean, he has stuff to do, at least, here, a bit, not a lot, but what he's given is fine. Jenna Ortega's Tara Carpenter, that she was fine. I liked her in X, but again, I hated her character decisions in one particular scene that gets her character killed in that film. Her acting was fine. Melissa Barrera, who plays Sam, the older sister, that she was fine. Again, in trailers, in promotions, they hype up her character of, oh, we're going to focus more on her darker side of, Billy Loomis being her dad, and will she give in to becoming like him? And I'm going to just say that's a missed opportunity if I ever saw one in this. I don't know if that's a spoiler or not, but I would just say this. Don't get too excited about that portion of the film. Just don't. I would just say that. But her acting was fine. It was pretty good. You have Courtney Cox comes back, which is funny. You have Kirby from the 4th film. She survived, and she becomes a FBI agent or secret agent of Ghostface attacks or cases. Her character was fine. That would have been interesting if they had a twist with her, but turns out that's not really the thing, which sucks. I wouldn't have minded if they changed it up a bit, but nope. They don't change it up at all, really. And for people talking about, oh, it's different from all the other ones. What? Because it's in New York and stuff like that. And really, they don't really use New York all that much. They run down, like in the trailer, they run into a convenience store Ghostface uses a shotgun, which people had an uproar about that. I don't understand why. Oh, that's not the you don't Ghostface. He's the character. He's a killer. That doesn't use guns. He uses knives. We want knives. I'm like, I'm fine with that change. He only uses it once, so it sucks. You have the detective character, the dad of one of the roommates of Tara. I thought his acting was alright. Really just fine. Wasn't really, raving anything in particular. It's shot fine, although, again, the copy I saw was shot somebody recorded it in the theater, so I need to re-watch this when it's in better quality. I'll just say it should look fine. The way I saw it. But yes, it's directed fine, I guess, from certain portions of it anyway. They do mention Sydney in this, which is funny. In case people, they're gonna ignore it. No, they do mention the fact that she's not in this. Oh, Sydney's not coming? No, she's gonna take her kids and run away. She deserves her happy ending. That's really the line that Gail says to them. Which I'm like, fine. I mean, she's been through a lot and enough. So why would she come to New York if, I think she's past her limit. Need to focus on new people anyway. But I wonder what they'll do with the sixth film, because they're already greenlit for a sixth one, which really makes no sense of where to go, unless they do want to actually go in the direction they should have went in this with Sam's character. But nope. It's like they try to. It's hinting. It's like they want to do it, but they don't want to do it fully. They don't want her to fully embrace that. That would have been interesting. She's the killer, and then you find out, or she went crazy maybe, and she gave in. But nope, they don't. Just know it's such a missed opportunity, because it's an interesting character thing with her and finding out Billy's her dad in the last film, and then you're wondering, is she really stable? And nope. You could tell like she's a bit off when she stabs the killers in these films. You can tell she's enjoying it. She even says she liked it, and she counted 22 times when she stabbed the guy from the last film, Richie. But yeah, the climax overall for this is fine, although it's the same climax as the last film with a different motivation, but it's the same dynamic or combination of killers, I'll just say that. And that sucks, because again, this had at least some potential to do something actually. The opening alone was interesting, where you had a decent kill, vicious kill, and even the very opening of the movie, when it opens with the killer and what they do, revealing who the killer is in the beginning of the movie, but turns out that's not really the case, and then that sucked. So then I was like, oh, this is a guessing game again. Because it's like, I would have gave this movie a chance. Like, wow, you revealed a killer very early on, but then not really, because he's not in. Because then the actual killer decided to just kill him anyway, because no, we want to take out the Carpenter twin sisters, not you. Like that. So that's dumb. That could have been an interesting thing where you had not just 2, but 3. Or why couldn't it have been a cult? It could have been a cult thing or something. There's an interesting thing on the subway train where you had multiple people in Ghostface masks. Or even the climax where I thought it was a cult, but it's not. Because you had... It would have been cool. But nope, they don't do that. Even with the shrine, it's like, what's the use? That's pointless because they don't really do anything with that. Oh, it's items from the other movies. Whoop-de-doo. Anything else? And they're doing the Ghost Loomis, Billy Loomis thing with Sam's character again, which I didn't really care for when I first saw in the 5th one, but then, you know, in the context of it was fine because I liked him goading her into, you know, trying to be like him. But again, they don't do it's like they he's taunting her and she's sort of into it, but then not really. But then, even at the end, like she goes a little bit too far, but then, you know, Tara stops her, and but then she. So I'm not gonna say this is, you know, a terrible movie because it's decent at best. But again, it's frustrating with the potential stuff that I see potential in it. The ideas, the concept that they can do with this, but nope. And then even at the end of the film, they hint that she's off a bit, but then not really, because then the final shot is in the trailer with the mask, and I'm like, ugh. So overall, do I recommend this one? If you like the 5th one, then I guess. Again, if you're a fan of Sydney's character, you shouldn't get so hung up on it, because they mention her, at least. And I'll be glad she's not in this, because overall, they probably would have killed her character off anyway, and then people would have been mad. But then not really, because they don't even kill Gail's character off, so what am I talking about? Oh, spoiler. But, yeah, Gail lives at least. Which, whatever. So, yeah. I don't recommend this. I don't. Personally, I would just stick with the 1 through 4. And these 2, 5 and 6, can just be their own whatever. Unless you want to connect it maybe to... But, I don't know. So, yeah, it's like I didn't mind the 5th film, but at the same time, it's just what they were hinting at in the 5th one. They try to do that here, but not really with Sam's character. So that's, again, frustrating. So yeah, I don't recommend this one unless you're a big fan of the 5th one. And they do callbacks of the 1st film and the 4th film a bit. So, yeah. Give this video a thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe, share. You know the drill. Keep notification bell